Rylan.
What's your last name?
Rylan Tate Ward.
His resilience and strength captivated so many. For the first time tonight, we hear from Sutherland Springs shooting survivor Ryland Ward.
The 6-year-old wants to live a normal life despite losing his parents, his stepmother, and 2 sisters in the church massacre 5 months ago.
Tonight, Eyewitness News reporter Henry Ramos caught up with him and his best friend and firefighter Rusty Duncan, who helped save Ryland's life.
Hello. Hello.
Greetings from a young boy who has endured the unimaginable.
He never stops. He just keeps on going. 6-year-old little boy, you couldn't tell anything was wrong with him.
On November 5th, Ryland was at First Baptist Church with his stepmother and 2 sisters when a gunman opened fire. Ryland was found underneath his stepmother, who died protecting him.
Are you going to help me?
No.
Firefighter Rusty Duncan carried Ryland out of the church, and since then, the 2 are best of buds.
Are you my best friend?
Yes.
In January, Duncan drove Ryland home in a fire truck from the hospital. It is a day the little boy hasn't forgotten.
Me out in the front.
Yeah, where did you sit?
In the front.
And you had your earphones on, right?
Was it really loud?
In the fire truck.
Ryland, who was shot 5 times, is still healing from his injuries. He goes to physical therapy once a week to work on regaining strength in his arms and legs.
When you start thinking of Ryland, what he went through, I mean, you can't get it any worse.
Duncan is now helping Ryland and his dad with a new project. This house is the home Ryland's father, Chris, grew up in, and the goal is to rebuild them a new home on the family's property near Lavernia.
We want Ryland to grow up where his dad grew up. So, I mean, to make memories.
Duncan says several local companies have offered to help, and the goal is to have the house done in a month tops. The property will be called 3 Angels, in memory of their 3 loved ones.
And I want them to both they have each other, and they'll have each other and not have to worry about nothing. They can start their life together and live happy.
Henry Ramos, KENS 5.
And goodbye.
Eyewitness News.
Bless his heart. Well, the Final Four wraps up tonight with the NCAA Men's National Championship game. Chopper 5 live over the Alamo Dome tonight, where Michigan and Villanova are facing off in the winner-take-all showdown.
March Madness brought at least 93,000 fans to the city, and San Antonio rose to the occasion once again. So does that raise the likelihood of hosting more big events, just as big or even bigger?
Eyewitness News reporter Addie Guajardo hit the streets to chat with tourists and the city's Final Four hosting team to get a better idea of what the future holds. And Addie, what's the buzz? Do you think we'll get another one?
Well, there's a lot of talk out there, and everyone loves San Antonio. You know, it's evident. Villanova coach Jay Wright called it the best Final Four setting, and Kansas coach Bill Self called the city the best location for the Final Four. Both echoed remarks also being echoed by tourists. So clinching another Final Four may be a possibility in the future.
Go Blue! Go Nova Nation.
For the first time in 10 years, San Antonio will crown the winner of the Final Four, an experience years in the making, paving the way for future events.
The improvements that the city invested into the Alamo Dome, the $60 million of all of the upgrades that we are enjoying this weekend, that wasn't done just for the Final Four. That was done for the longevity and the future of the building. It puts us in a more competitive position.
Thousands of basketball fans chanted inside the dome, sang along at Music Fest, and took to the streets to explore the city.
The warm weather makes a big difference. I like being out in shorts and a short sleeve shirt. The proximity to everything, you know, we're staying at the Hyatt downtown San Antonio here, and we can go and walk to everything. You don't have to get in an Uber.
Tourists poured into hotels, bars, and restaurants where they filled their drinks and bellies, spending $185 million, according to the San Antonio Sports.
It's a lot of visitors, not only spending a lot of money and staying in hotel rooms over a holiday weekend, but it's just the exposure of our beautiful destination.
To better estimate the economic impact, last year the NCAA Men's Final Four generated an economic impact of more than $324 million for Phoenix. This year's event is wrapping up, but organizers say San Antonio is again in the running to host future men's and women's Final Four games.
We're bidding on the women's Final Four for 2021 and the men's Final Four for the next cycle, 2025 and 2026.
And those bids have many prominent supporters, including broadcaster Jim Nantz.
The hospitality, the warm embrace, I'm all in. San Antonio, trust me.
A lot of excitement there. Now, the San Antonio Local Organizing Project tells me they also hope to host college football championships and the possibility of even the enormous college football game playoffs. Now, remember, in the wake of Katrina, the Alamo Dome hosted the New Orleans Saints for several NFL games. In the newsroom, Addie Guajardo, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
Thanks, Addie. March Madness doesn't end with tonight's game, but with a special trophy presentation right on the Riverwalk.
Eyewitness News reporter Leah Durain is downtown at Arneson River Theater tonight with a preview. Leah?
It has been a fantastic Final Four extended weekend, and of course all of that March Madness frenzy really coming down to tonight, that big matchup between Villanova and Michigan. Now, in true Alamo City style, the winning team will take a river barge down the river right here to the River Theater, and that's where a big trophy celebration and party will take place. Over the last couple of hours, crews have been busy getting everything just right for that celebration. We see brightly colored banners and streamers hung up around the theater. They've been testing out those confetti cannons that are going to pop off in just a couple of hours. Now, that trophy presentation is expected to take place a little bit closer to midnight, so we still have a little bit of time to wait for that celebration. And of course, the big winner, we will have highlights on our morning show that begins at 4:30 a.m., so be sure to join us for that as well. Reporting live downtown, Leah Durain, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Leah, for that live report. And if you have travel plans after all of the excitement tonight, you might want to get to the airport early. The San Antonio International Airport is expecting a rush of Final Four fans as they all head home. Airport officials say you should arrive at least 2 hours prior to your departure tomorrow, regardless of that final destination. TSA will open at 3 a.m. You can also expect to see some minor changes in and around the security checkpoints at the airport.
Oh yeah, get ready for Departure Tuesday. It's coming quick. All right, 668.6. The aquifer been climbing and climbing from yesterday to today. It drops just 1/10 of a foot, and look at the oak. We really need this to drop. You were feeling it today. 10,520. Very heavy. Well, we've got a frontal boundary and now a chance of thunderstorms in the forecast. We'll break down Tuesday hour by hour. Joseph.
Bill, as the Spurs head back out on the road, they're still in a battle for playoff position. So I wonder, does that playoff pressure ever get to those guys? We're going to hear from them. And it's Masters week. You won't believe the shot that Jordan Spieth hit today. It was incredible.
And caught on camera, a man punched and kneed repeatedly while down on the ground. All of it done by Texas police officers. What they're saying about this video tonight.